Wrestling on weed.
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 Wrestling on weed. Subscribe today. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, it's the homie Trav. We'll see him in a second. But I got the homie, King Aka, aka Phz-sicks, in the building. Phz-sicks, what's going on with your good brother? We having a late night stream tonight.
Yes, sir. What up, world? You know what time it is. Phz-sicks coming to bring the news as well as dominate the predictions as I usually do, and show T-Rav who is the roughest, toughest, most barious person on WoW.
Let's get it. We will be doing the predictions for Full Gear at the end of the show, so stay tuned for those. We're going to go through the news stories over the last couple days. There has been a few, and we will be doing the AEW Dynamite Blunt ratings right after. So we got a jam-packed show for you guys today. But without further ado, man, let's get into this news. Mr. Phz-sicks, what's our first story for today? I know I'm confused because I'm not used to having both of y'all on. I got to get it right.
All right, coming off his much talked about main event performance at Crown Jewel, Logan Paul shared that he suffered multiple knee injuries in a match with Roman Reigns. Now Jake Paul tells DAZN that his older brother did dodge a bullet. He stated he's doing better than expected. They thought it was supposed to be ACL, but it turned out to be an MCL and meniscus, which is better. He's rehabbing it in LA and hoping for the best. Now, recovery time for an MCL and meniscus injury is typically 6 to 8 weeks. Range, and we already know Logan is angling for his next big match, and he probably wouldn't be lobbying Triple H for a WrestleMania shot at John Cena if he didn't expect to be back well before WWE heads to Hollywood next April. So, how do you feel about the news of him coming back sometime soon, as well as it possibly being against John Cena?
No, I'm not. I don't want the Cena match, man. I don't want the Cena match. Like, I want Cena to face Austin Theory. Like, that's.
They want that money.
I know it's the big match. I get it. It's WrestleMania. I get it, man. But it's WrestleMania gonna start feeling like Crown Jewel. If we're just throwing together matches just for the sake of it and not completing storylines and getting wrestlers, young wrestlers over and giving them their moments so they could become big stars to carry you through the next 12 months, then what are we doing? We're just doing Crown Jewel Mania. Like, that's what it feels like. And I don't want WrestleMania to turn into that. So I don't need 100, like, I don't need all of the matches to be a spectacle. You know what I mean? It's like, but I'm cool when I'm coming back. I just don't know who you want to see him go up against.
Who, Logan Paul?
Yeah, if it's not John Cena, like I don't want that match. I told you I want him and Bad Bunny to wrestle. I want Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny. That's the match that I want because
I don't think they're ready for that.
It's a feud in real life. You know what I mean? Did you know about their feud in real life? I don't know if I talked to you about it.
I know about
the whole Puerto Rico thing. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they can actually get in the ring and just be like, "Nah, we're cool."
I know that's real beef.
The whole power of Puerto Rico behind him. Then they're gonna be like, "Nah,
that's
really
real
that
beef."
Man.
Exactly.
They're gonna really be fighting.
Oh man, they got real beef. I don't know, man. Logan Paul versus Dolph Ziggler? No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. Not even me.
I mean, it would be a good match.
It would be a great match, and Logan could get a win, which he needs after
what about
taking
Chad
the L.
Gable?
Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would be great. Are they gonna make Chad a singles wrestler? Like, cause I mean, I would be okay with that, but I also like Alpha Academy.
They've been doing a lot of. They do a lot. Alpha Academy does a lot of singles matches.
Yeah, and I guess he could bring his brother with him, and then you can get Otis involved with Jake. I guess he could. That could work. That could actually work because he's got his brother with him now. Seth Rollins, Dave. What's up, Wild Nation? I see y'all in here for the late night stream. What's up, guys? Blue Wrench Gang in the building. Hey, yeah, Dave, Seth Rollins. That's a good shout. That's not a bad call. Cause Seth ain't gonna be nowhere near the world title, cause it ain't like it's a Money in the Bank or anything like that. I mean, you want a big money match, Logan Paul and Seth Rollins, bro. That's just as big as Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, for real.
Yeah.
I think I like that the best. You know what I mean? Out of all the names that I've heard, I think I like that one the best. That's a good shout, Dave. For real, for real.
Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes. Now I'm playing.
I wish. If Cody comes back, it better be against Roman, damn it. All right, what we got next on the news?
Tony Khan revealed on a media call this afternoon that Ricky Starks legitimately wasn't cleared to wrestle last week. Khan didn't provide specifics on the injury, prompting his match with Lance Archer to be moved. The winner of Starks Archer will now face Brian Cage on Full Gear's 0-hour pre-show, with finals now taking place on November 23rd, Dynamite in Chicago. The winner of the tournament gets a shot at the world title, which will be either belong to Jon Moxley or MJF on Wednesdays, December 14th at Winter is Coming in North Texas. Yeah, so that's pretty much the update of why Ricky Starks match didn't happen and where we going from now on. It's gonna be quite interesting to see what's gonna pull off at Full Gear, since they're not going to be doing it at Full Gear, since they have to push everything back. And of course they're doing it to find out who's the title contender in Chicago is pretty interesting, because I mean, of you know who.
Yeah.
But speaking of you know who, WrestleNomics Brandon Thurston provided a CM Punk question to Tony Khan on his media today, and he asked if the two-time AEW World Champion was done with the company. Tony Khan said, "I can't comment on that. I have nothing but positive things to say about the contribution that CM Punk has made in AEW on screen. I certainly have a lot of positive things to say about the things he did in AEW to date, but I do understand why you ask, and I appreciate you asking." That is Tony Khan. He never says anything.
That is the most political answer you could ever possibly give to that question. That's so ridiculous.
That's why Ariel
that's what
Helwani
Meltzer
did not like.
Exactly.
Did not like talking to him.
That's
Ariel
why Meltzer went off.
It was like it was a useless interview.
You supposed to be for the people, Tony. You supposed to be you know what I mean, one of the guys, man. Look at you being an old, you know what I mean, being a corporate.
And Ariel Helwani is one of the biggest interviews you could get as far as the whole combat sports type thing.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you brought nothing to the table, showed a lot. But Wrestling Inc.'s Nick Hausman asked Khan why he didn't cut Punk off during his tirade about Colt Cabana, Hangman Page, and the Elite. The AEW owner, president, and head of creative said he didn't know what Punk was going to say, that he was thinking ahead to other wrestlers taking part in the scrum after Punk. Beyond that, he again declined to comment.
Man,
he was scared. That's why
I don't have my sound effects up here, because I just want to play Cap over and over and over again. That was the biggest Cap I've ever heard. You was thinking about you were stuck like a deer in a headlight. You weren't thinking about what the next person that was coming up was about. The way that was going, it didn't even look like that scrum could potentially go on after CM Punk. What you should have done was just shut the entire thing down if you were actually thinking. Like, you weren't really thinking. You were just caught. Like, and I can understand that, but don't come out and be like, "Oh, I wasn't really paying attention where I didn't know what he was gonna say." You know what I mean? It could be, I was thinking about what was gonna happen next, and your company is being like blown up by one dude who's sitting right next to you. You choking on water and shit. You can't even think, and now you're gonna sit up here and say that's just, it lacks integrity, man. That answer lacks integrity. Just say no comment if you're gonna basically make no comment, but don't insult our intelligence, man. That's whack. It's like, we know damn well
what he likes to do, though. Allow him to do it.
I guess, man. But I know there's a bunch of legal stuff they're probably working through, so he don't want to like bash CM Punk and blah blah blah. But being like, I have nothing but nice things to say. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have MJF come out and cut a promo and say, "Nobody's gonna come and take a dump in my company and get the fuck." Like, come on, man. We know how you really feel. If you didn't feel that way, you would have stopped MJF, unless MJF did the exact same thing to you that CM Punk did, which, you know what I mean? Except for he was giving you props and burying CM Punk instead. It's like, maybe you should get some control over what your wrestlers are going to say. Maybe y'all should script some promos every night. Because even though these are all in unscripted environments, a press scrum after the show, after tapings, different things like that. But still, man, shit's getting out of control, man. I don't know.
No, I agree. Speaking of the man that he did not want to talk about, the last report on Punk's status with AEW claimed the two parties were negotiating a buyout of his contract, but the duration of a non-compete agreement was a sticking point. Punk hasn't commented on his situation at all, despite returning to the public eye last week, commentating on mixed martial arts. There are people in WWE who absolutely do not want CM Punk back in the company, according to Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer. But those people aren't on the creative team and may not have much say in the decision. So it's up in the air. It is up in the air. Depends on what creative wants. And at the end of the day, money talking, bullshit walks. So that's basically where we are with that. Triple H is a fan of Matt Cardona and loves the former Zack Ryder's passion for the wrestling business. Roosevelt tells Give Me Sport. WWE is still interested in bringing Cardona's wife, Chelsea Green, back. It's unknown if the company made an offer to either, but the Twitter account Roosevelt believes WWE may make the Cardonas a 2-for-1 offer. So what is your thought of Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green being back in WWE?
I'm all with the Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. As long as he gets to be what he is now, then I'm cool. I have no interest in seeing the internet change. I know he's gonna stay far away from that shit as well. He don't like that shit either. But yeah, as long as they let him come in as, the GCW badass that he is, he kind of reminds me of Jon Moxley on some real shit. This new version of Matt Cardona reminds me of kind of a Jon Moxley type deal. And if they let him come in and be that for them, because they don't really have that right now. They don't have that badass, regular guy that just, walks around talking his shit like Cardona
And we
does.
all know that, Stephanie McMahon and the owner of GCW are like best friends.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are. She got mad at him because she worked hard to get GCW possible talks with the Peacock.
And then they worked with AEW.
And no, he turned it down.
Oh.
And she was
really?
like, I don't understand why you did.
Right. The fuck with GCW turned down any deal that WWE would get him. That's crazy. It's like, I don't want to owe y'all no favors.
She was kind of mad at him, but she was like, you know what? It is what it is. We're still friends. But
yeah,
I worked very hard to get you this conversation with NBC Universal for this to happen. But
I've been in that position before, business-wise.
Yeah, so, I'll be interested. I would love to see Chelsea Green actually get like an actual run. She got hurt as soon as she got to the main roster.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turned everything from her.
What is she gonna be? That crazy girl, like with the messed up makeup?
They never pulled it when she was doing it. That was all Impact. She never got a chance to do it for WWE. Get to do that. Yeah. She got hurt. They want to do that because they like that character. And she plays it really well. But
Liv Morgan doing it now.
Hers is a whole different thing. She's a jilted bride
it's the
type
same
stuff.
thing.
Like, it's not the same thing. If you saw what she was doing in Impact, you would.
Okay, maybe I ain't see a lot of it. Maybe that's what it is. It's probably different. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I know she's good in the ring, so they need to bolster their women's division anyway, especially if Sasha's not coming back. Because you heard this news. That I'm sure you saw it at least. Sasha being formerly known as Sasha Banks of WWE.
Yeah, but they've been doing that for a while. They were doing that this past year as well.
Okay, they were listing her as formerly
doing her. Yeah.
Okay, all right. People always making news stories out of stuff. I think she's doing what a good wrestler should do. She's working the marks. She's working everybody.
Yeah, I saw the trademark stuff, and I was like, this all sounds bad. Like there's no. Like, she didn't really try.
Right. Like, with the names and stuff, it was just, like, random stuff. Just the easiest names that you could think of, I guess, possibly. Yeah, it just sounded like she's working everybody right now. Yeah,
that's what I kind of feel as well.
People are here, she's going to wrestle for New Japan.
Because she's done a bunch of stuff of, like, oh, I'm at an AEW show. I am near AEW.
The Kyrie Sane shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's been doing that, like, for the past few weeks, so.
True.
Yeah, I feel like she's trolling.
That's what's going on. Sorry, guys.
It's like if you got money, buying trademarks for stuff that you're not going to use ain't gonna be that hard. So,
and she should be doing stuff outside of wrestling. She's super talented. So, You know what I mean? She getting trademarks to be able to do her stuff. I'm sure Triple H is smarter than Vince McMahon. He's already shown that in a lot of ways. He should be he's already giving people back their Twitch accounts and all these well, he didn't take them away, but he's letting people use their Twitch accounts. So he's loosening the reins on people doing outside work because guess what? They're independent contractors. So
Yeah. And there was talks weeks ago that Naomi and Sasha Banks had already kind of signed. So
yeah, they're not going anywhere. Like Sasha was born for WWE. Naomi's family is in the company. Her husband still works there. You think she's gonna go work for AEW or some other place? Like it's just not happening. So obviously these ladies are just taking advantage of their time off until the right time to come back, in my opinion. What else we got?
Andrade El Idolo wore a hospital gown and appeared to be in a medical facility in a Facebook video where he announced he wouldn't be making his scheduled date on an indie lucha show this Sunday. The sideline AEW started going to specifics, just saying he had to deal with a minor issue and will provide more information later. I feel like that man might not actually be hurt, but I don't think he's gonna be doing anything wrestling wise with AEW anytime soon. I think he's trying to buy his time
lifting a cigar and smacking Charlotte Flair's ass. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He just does not want to go back to AEW. He's tried to get. Why are you holding people hostage? That's what Vince was doing. Like if they don't want to be there, just let them go. The whole idea behind AEW when it began was the harmonious locker room and all the boys fucking with each other. Like they've completely gotten away from that. Completely with the Eddie Kingston doing what he does and Sammy Guevara being who he is and obviously Phil being Phil. You know what I mean? It's like it's become a very toxic environment. And I don't think having people there that clearly do not want to be there, you know what I mean? Because you did promise people a bunch of shit that you can't pay off on, Tony. It is what it is. Like, just admit it. You hired 1,000 wrestlers and you got 2 hours of TV that people care about. So what you can't fulfill these promises. People came over there under the guise of it's going to be better than it was over there, and we're going to treat you better over here, be more opportunities, and you'll be a champion, blah, blah, blah. None of those things are true. He was definitely better off in WWE. He was United States champion. He had a good run. His wife is over there. Life seemed to be good. He could have been treated better. Andrade is a world champion. You know what I mean? And a lot of other
He was just under Vince's tutelage.
Yeah, like he doesn't have bad matches. So it's just like, I don't know. AEW ain't the spot for Andrade, man. They just signed Bandito. They got like 7 Andrades already. It's like, just let him go, man. Let him go. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts on it.
And the last few things we have is WWE sources tell Fightful Select they don't hear much from Vince McMahon since his resignation. And Vice's documentary on the former WWE chairman and CEO, The 9 Lives of Vince McMahon, will air Tuesday, December 13th at 9 p.m. on Vice, Pro Wrestling Observer Brian Alvarez. So that's definitely going to be something that we're going to watch and have to talk about.
Mm-hmm. We're going to cover that. We might watch that live. We might watch that live with Wild Nation and enjoy that one because I'm sure there will be a lot of juiciness in that we can react to and talk shit about. Should be a good one, man. I'm sure Vice guys did their thing. They're not doing the Netflix thing anymore, are they? That got pulled. Right?
That Netflix, no, they're still making it.
Oh, okay. Well,
WWE is still involved.
Okay.
It's going to be quite interesting to see what they do after all of this.
Yeah, all this because this was
especially after this documentary because you're going to have to like kind of one up what's going on in this documentary.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I wonder if they're just going to ignore all that shit and then the whole documentary they do would just lose credibility. They'll look like they're working for Vince if they don't acknowledge it. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Is that all you got for the news? We got anything else?
That's all I got. That's
all
it.
Right, cool. One more thing, just to mention we'll mention it during the blunt ratings. Those were all of the news joints. You see, I got my joints right here. Now we're gonna bring in Supahigh for the blunt ratings. We'll be right back.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
I hope I got the scene right. I got the scenes right. We all good, baby. Hold on. There you go. Supahigh. Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me good, brother? Okay, it looked like you was frozen over there. My man. You ready to talk about AEW Dynamite?
Yeah, let's do this real quick.
All right, Supahigh is the challenger for tonight for the Full Gear Predictions battle against Phz-sicks. He's looking to become I think a 3-time champion this season. Might be. No, he got more wins than that. I think you're like a 6. I think you got like 5 wins. I got to check the record books real quick. But yeah, he's looking to take down Phz-sicks for his title. Not sure if that's going to happen, but it should be good. Let's talk about Dynamite, man. Did you enjoy Dynamite last night?
All right, bro. You know I always enjoy Dynamite.
Yeah, you're a Tony Khan shill. You know what I mean? When they start calling us shills and saying who's a shill of who,
me.
You know what I mean?
It's me.
I guess I'll be the WW. Me and Phz-sicks, because Phz-sicks works with Triple H. So,
yeah, Phz-sicks works.
You know what I mean? So I guess I'll be in the middle. I guess I'll be the one in the middle.
I am the spliff star. I'm the spliff star of AEW.
There you go.
I'm the hype man.
Dave said about the news joint, he said it's not like Andrade is about to go back to WWE and ratings is going to skyrocket because Andrade. That's a good point, Dave. I mean, he's not a needle mover. I mean, I think part of that goes to the point that he can't really cut promos in English really well. Unfortunately, he can speak English just fine. No disrespect to him, but obviously to sell a wrestling match really well, you need to be able to cut really good promos. And even with his voice inflections and the passion he cuts in some of his promos is sometimes lacking. But when that bell rings, it's not many better than Andrade El Idolo. Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that. But yeah, let's talk about Dynamite, man. It was a show. It's the go home Dynamite for AEW's pay-per-view Full Gear that's happening this Saturday night. John Moxley, it's Saturday night. Just so we're clear. But the show started. That shit was funny. Yeah, you can't really blame them. Should I be confused sometime now that they're doing this shit? But I'm also not getting paid millions of dollars to be on the show. But it was Blackpool Combat Club, Brian Danielson. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brian Danielson and Cesaro. No, I'm joking now. Claudio Castagnoli. Brian Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli going up against the Jericho Appreciation Society, Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Yeah, this match just was, both teams in the ring just went crazy off the rip.
Uppercuts.
Yeah,
wild
mad
uppercuts.
Yeah, lariat uppercuts, whatever you call those things. You know what I mean?
Wild uppercuts,
Cesaro,
chops,
Daniel
kicks.
Bryan. Yeah. How'd you like
Sammy
it?
Did his thing. It was cool for what it was. Any match with mad strikes in it, I'm all for it, to be perfectly honest. Fucking Castagnoli, he kept fucking Aubrey Edwards kept trying to stop him in the corner with the fucking strikes. He just kept like, nah, get off me.
He's like, fuck that. Back up, before I chop you.
It's like that scene in Don't Be a Menace when they kept stopping Son out.
Until it was flat on the ground. It turned into a sheet of paper. That shit was funny as hell. But yeah, the match was really good, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, fucking you could see like a little, like a bit of tension between Jericho and fucking Sammy Guevara because he didn't tag him. Instead, he went for the bat, whatever. But yeah, so they got that going, story going leading into the match on Saturday.
Sammy's getting kicked out of the JAS eventually. I think that's
bro.
You don't think
Jericho's his dog, bro.
They are besties in real life.
Sammy and Jericho's his dog. Bro.
Yeah, he fucks with that guy in real life.
Yeah. So you know what I mean, but yeah, it was a cool match. Fucking Claudio made Jericho tap out with the bat in hand,
Yeah.
with the sharpshooter. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good match, man. Obviously, all four of these guys can go in the ring. Jericho's still looking like he's 40 instead of 50 something. So Daniel Bryan, doing Daniel Bryan things. Good match. Good way to start off Dynamite. Dynamite tag team matches, man. They never really miss. You know what I mean? I think that's one thing we know about Dynamite. They have a tag team match. That shit gonna be good. You know what I mean? Like the tag team and trios matches, them shit's gonna be fire. I don't know about the stories that go along with them, but we'll talk about that a little later. After that, we probably had one of the funniest things of the night. We had Anthony Bowens of the AEW World Tag Team Champions coming out with Platinum Max Caster, and he was going and Daddy Ass. I just don't like saying that name.
I refuse.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Can we just call him?
Refuse. That is
What the
Billy
hell,
Gunn.
man? Billy Gunn,
out
man.
here.
Just call him Billy Gunn. I don't call nobody Daddy Ass. He's going up against Swerve Strickland, who didn't have Keith Lee out there with him. Obviously, they're still telling that story a little bit, so we'll see how that plays out at Full Gear. I'm sure something will happen between those two. But before the match, they played their music video.
It was fire.
What'd you think? Okay, that's your thoughts on it. You thought it was fire.
It was fire. It was fire for what it was. It was fire, bro.
I enjoyed it as well. I thought that it was funny. I thought there was some pretty funny lines. I love the Captain Insano reference.
Insano.
I mean, I popped for that. I was like, oh shit. I felt sorry for Big Show, but it was like, fuck, he's already wrestled in a sumo outfit, and it's Big Show. He's cool with doing all that goofy shit. So I really popped because Waterboy is one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie so much.
Bro. So
that movie's fucking classic. You know what I mean? So as soon as I saw, I was like, oh, it's Captain Insano. So that was kind of a cool moment right there. So, the music video was basically a diss song to Swerve and Keith Lee.
I like all their music videos.
Yeah, for the most part, I've watched a bunch of them on YouTube. I did a little binge watch for like an hour or so. Maybe not that long. It wasn't that many videos. But yeah, I watched a lot of their videos on YouTube. Their diss tracks. They're always pretty good. I want to hear them do like more like regular music. Like I want to hear more regular music from them. You know what I mean? Outside of the wrestling diss tracks. Which
I heard Max Caster did a song on that AEW album they dropped like during the summer, like before.
He should have a song in the video game, honestly. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
They should have like minimum like 7-8 different entrance verses for that nigga. Like they should. If they have him doing raps on his entrance, that would be so fire, bro. That would be that would be so fire.
Like for different opponents and shit.
That would be so fire. At least like for
the
have the top 10 wrestlers. That would be like a lot of that would be a lot of planning. That'd be an intricate thing to do for that one wrestler in the video game. But I mean, hey, he's hot right now. You never know. They're hot right now, so you never know. But the video played. It was good. Then Swerve came out. It was like, yeah, that shit was whack. And then he had a really good match with Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens is definitely the best wrestler in the Acclaimed. He's Max is good too, but he's more like Max reminds me more of The Rock. Not his style because he's more of a high flyer. He does more, but he's Max. It's more like character work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. And he's still not bad in the ring, but Bowens is like the worker out of the two. You know what I'm saying? And
Bowens could go.
It's funny because people were saying before they got big that Max was going to be the star out of the fucking out of the group, but now Bowens showing his personality.
I think they both superstars, bro. I think Bowens could be a single star by himself too at this point.
Like I'm saying, exactly.
That dude full of personality. You know what I mean? Plus he got the rainbow community on his side. That's a big market 100%. Right there. And he's not like weird to where but he's not like shoving that shit on people and making people uncomfortable so everybody can root for him. You know what I mean? Nobody give a fuck about his sexuality. Like we like the fact he's a good wrestler and he's good at his job. So
he be roasting niggas.
He be roasting niggas. Like if you fuck with him, he'll roast you. That's why I fuck with him. He's just a regular guy, man. He's just a regular dude who likes penis. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care what he likes. So it's just that's his business. So as long as he's entertaining me on my wrestling program, that's all I care about, man. So shout out to Anthony Bowens. Definitely had a really good match against Swerve, but of course he took the L. I don't like that they had him take the L, obviously.
Why not?
I mean, because he's a champion. I don't want the champion losing going into the pay-per-view. And it was
But
kind of clean. It was a clean loss.
Swerve is the more experienced
He is
wrestler in this
you're
match.
right. Okay.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Swerve is one of my favorite niggas out right now, bro.
I mean, Swerve is great in the ring.
He's fucking crazy, bro. And
Great in the ring.
the whole story of this match is how
Underrated.
he fucked up Bowen's arm.
Yeah,
before the match on Saturday.
yeah. That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
It's so crazy that
Yeah.
they talk about the shit in online and shit, like they don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
But,
as far as his arm injury.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
that was a work. That was a work.
It's really motherfuckers out there talking about they think it's, but yeah. Besides that, but
I feel like we would have heard something about it, him actually being injured.
And then Keith Lee not being there. That what's the story with him going into Saturday? Is he gonna turn with Swerve on Saturday? A bunch of shit could happen.
Yeah, Dave say he would have felt some type of way if Swerve lost. I understand
Facts.
that. I understand that.
Me too.
Yeah, Swerve can't really be losing that match either, especially if he about to break up with Keith Lee and go his own way. Yeah, I mean, and the Acclaim are going to win. So I guess give Swerve the win and then let the Acclaim keep the titles on. Yeah, I'm with the shits. So after that, we had Tony Schiavone coming out. What happened?
Just before that, you skipped.
Oh, did I
Darby Allin? Darby Allin had a quick video package with Sting.
With Sting, them in the car and shit.
Yeah, and then just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I mean it happened. I mean it was all his promos look cool. It's always the same stuff with Sting and Darby.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting ready for their Full Gear match against Ring of Honor people. Fucking, I want to talk about AEW Dynamite, and I got to talk about Ring of Honor so much. Speaking of Ring of Honor, fuck, man. Tony Schiavone was interviewing Ring of Honor World TV Champion Samoa Joe. I'm trying not to even say that shit on my podcast. I'm so sick of Ring of Honor. I swear to God. I used to love Ring of Honor. As far as it was like the little brother to all the shows. You rooted for him. Right. Tony Khan making me hate this shit. But he was interviewing Samoa Joe. And Samoa said, you state that it was a shocker what I did to Wardlow last week, because remember he attacked Wardlow with the belt, beat him up. Mm-hmm. He said, is it shocking for a man to refuse to be a victim? Is it shocking that Wardlow, week after week, ran his mouth and failed to recognize the most dangerous man in the room? And for that mistake, he paid the ultimate price. I refuse to be a victim. I mean, it's kind of petty. That's kind of petty. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, when Wardlow was like, I'm going to take all the belts, I was like, don't say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what did.
Okay,
that's what
did. A little too far, Wardlow. He's standing right behind you. You should probably...
So you trying to come for my shit?
Yeah, that's... I mean, at that point, I might knock you out, too, with the belt. You know what I mean? But he said, I refuse to be a victim like most of the people in this building tonight. Obviously, that was his I'm a heel now line. I saved myself, and if you or anybody else has a problem with it, they can take it up with me. So he's full-fledged bad guy now. No more. He's still going to get the Joe chairs because everybody loves Samoa Joe. Then Powerhouse Hobbs came out onto the ramp, and he started talking this shit. He said, if you haven't noticed, I'm the one who's been kicking Wardlow's ass for the past several weeks. So why don't I come down to the ring and kick your ass, champ? And then he started walking to the ring, and then Wardlow's music hit. And then Hobbs is trapped in between both of them, and then they just all start brawling. And then they didn't get the brawl too long.
Wardlow came from behind.
Yeah, Wardlow came from behind. He ain't come on the ramp. Oh. Samoa Joe was literally waiting on him. It was so weird because he kept looking behind him like he's like, is he here yet? Is he here yet? Is he? And then the 1 second he turned back, that's when Wardlow ran in the ring. And attacked him. And these guys are brawling. They got broken up by security in the locker room and all that good stuff. So we're clearly getting the triple threat at Full Gear. Should be really good.
Wardlow did the tope on it over.
Yeah, he did the tope. I don't really like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm good on seeing Wardlow doing topes. It's enough small wrestlers doing that. It's in every single match, bro. I don't need to see the 280-pound dude with muscles coming out of his neck doing topes.
Yeah, he don't do it all the time. He don't do it all the time.
And Brian Cage does that shit too. Keith Lee does it. It's like, all right, we get it. You big guys can jump over the ropes. All right, we get it. Tell a story. Tell me a better, sell a limb, work a limb, do something to where I'm getting caught up into the match, and it's just not like, oh, some more flips, hey, some more, and we're gonna get into that in this next match because what the fuck? All right,
you want to talk about Britt Baker first?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk about Britt Baker
first?
Yeah,
talk about the Britt Baker thing.
Yeah,
because this is good.
She was backstage and she was just talking about what Saraya said about her last week. She was saying, because Saraya was saying a bunch of
it's reckless,
a bunch of bullshit.
Saying, a bunch of bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't been nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But like
damn, you just got here,
Britt
sis.
Baker was like, yeah, I've never been to MSG, but I've been at Daly's place.
I like that.
And
I love that.
Help build this shit, basically build this shit brick by brick. Bitch, fuck you saying? Like, so, but yeah, she did her thing. That Saraya was back there. She ain't really saying nothing. So, you know what I mean?
I mean, what can she say? At the end of the day, she did the smart thing and said, I don't want to talk no more. Let's just fight. Like, she did the smart thing because the more she talks, the worse it gets. I ain't gonna even lie. She just keeps putting her foot in her mouth. From the very first night she got on the mic and start hyping up Toni Storm like she had been there forever. Like, bitch, she just came from WWE too. Maybe shut the fuck up or remember, like, acknowledge the people who've been there all 3 years first instead of, you know what I mean, bigging saying this is your house and bigging up Toni Storm. Like, both of y'all bitches is brand new. Like, you just alienated everybody in the locker room. You know what I mean? So, you know, maybe they're working me and I shouldn't feel this way about it, but it's just a little awkward. And it feels like Britt Baker's the babyface now. Because her entire promo, there was nothing heelish about what she said. You know what I mean? She literally just told the truth. Like, bitch, I've been here from day one. Like, I'm the face of this division based on my hard work. Like, it wasn't, nobody gave me nothing. I was just good. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's basically what she said. And, you know, she put Saraya over. You know what I mean? She gave her props. Yeah, you did this for the women's division. You laid the path and all this stuff, but you got to, you know, give us props for doing what we did too. So it's a really good promo by Britt. And Saraya was there too. At this point, I want to see Britt Baker win the match. For AEW, I want to see Britt Baker. Like, I'm not in predictions, but if I had to predict, I would probably pick Saraya to win. But I want Britt Baker to win the match. You know what I mean? Because I feel like she deserves to win. Like, Saraya just got there. It's her first match. What do you make Britt Baker look like if Saraya just comes in after not wrestling for 7 years and beats one of the best talents, probably the best talent you have. No, definitely the best talent you have in the women's division. You know what I mean? As far as overall, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that makes much sense for Saraya to win, but you know how they book these WWE folks when they come in for the most part, you know, big names. Like, I think Saraya should lose and then get a rematch, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. But let's get into this next match. Call this the circus of wrestling. The wrestling circus. Now, okay, this is the trios match between Death Triangle. Was this a championship? It was a championship match.
It was.
Why? I don't fucking know. Clearly, there's no ranking system in the trios division because the fuck is the Martin brothers and some dude named AR Fox, who I've literally never seen before, you know, in the ring. But let me say this off the break. Okay, he did some of the greatest moves I've ever seen in a wrestling ring. I don't know who the fuck this dude was. He looks like a nigga that I see at the corner store smoking Newports. He just looks like a regular dude. You know what I mean?
Well,
this
nigga is a super vet.
And he has to be. Like, he was doing those moves so comfortable. I was like, he could die in any moment. Look what he did. An inverted fucking spit flip. Wait a minute. I was like, what is he doing? Like, everything he did was so creative. The nigga ran on the ring post and did a flip and landed on niggas. I was like, he just ran the ring post. Like, this nigga's that's some creative shit.
He's dope, bro. Like, I only seen him on Dark a couple times, like back in like past few months or whatever. But yeah, apparently he's like a super vet on the indies or whatever, and he was in Lucha Underground, like his ass Dante Fox.
I've never seen this dude a day in my life, but my jaw was on the floor watching him wrestle because it was like now Need some
It was
work.
basically a showcase for this nigga.
Yeah, and that's what it felt like. But okay. Let me be the Grinch for a minute. It is the holiday season. I feel
man.
Feel like I need to be the Grinch. This was some super indie shit. Like this was super indie. Like I don't need to see this on AEW Dynamite. Like I'm sorry, I got Orange Cassidy doing goofy shit, which I like. I got Ethan Page mixing in some goofy shit with his serious shit. I got enough goofy shit. This wasn't goofy. It was just way too staged. It was way too staged. Like it was super athletic. Dante Martin not even needing his hands to do springboards. Like, how do you just jump on top of the ropes and balance yourself, then do moves? He did that shit like 2-3 times. I'm like, he ain't slipped not one time. This nigga's a magician. Like, how does he do that?
He can 360 windmill for sure.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Of course he can. He got super hops and balance. You know what I mean? Precise as a motherfucker when he doing his moves. But this AR Fox dude was phenomenal. But everything just felt so staged. It's just like there was no selling. Niggas was taking the craziest package pile drivers and DDTs and niggas was up in 2 seconds. I was like, no, bro, that's no. You just took me
This was
out.
a AAA match.
Yeah, bro, it was. It was definitely a AAA match. And I was just like, I was watching it and I was in awe, but I wasn't enjoying it as a wrestling match. I was enjoying it as a spectacle, like the circus. Like it felt more like that. Like, what is he gonna do next? But it didn't feel like a wrestling match. You know what I mean? It's like, am I tripping? Am I tripping?
No, bro. You're
I don't
not
want to be a hater because it's like these dudes are clearly good.
You're not a hater. It's just not your type of shit, bro. And it's okay for it to not be your type of shit.
Okay. I just don't want to be a hater.
The shit stuff.
Nah, I feel you. I know these
feel me?
people
And
enjoyed that
I respect you not, because shout out my brother who's locked up. He seen me watching wrestling one day, and he came in. He was like, "Damn, this shit." He said, "This shit is wild scripted now." Like he was like, "This shit." He was like, "Ain't no fucking way!" Like they choreographed this.
Gonna
shit.
stand there and let a nigga flip on you. Take 10 minutes to get on the fucking top rope and jump on you and shit. It's just so much shit. I be like, all right,
you know what I mean? He's
taking me out of it.
But I love that shit. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I get it. You guys, let me know what you think in the chat, man. I'm not 100% sure. I really like AR Fox. I'm super impressed with his athleticism. But guys, wrestling is about storytelling, man. It is also the circus. It started in the circus. We know that. Like that's the history of wrestling. That's where it began. So I understand this part of it as well. And I didn't hate it. I don't like it as much as. Like, I probably like Braun Strowman versus Amos better than this shit. Because there was a story that sucked me into the match. Whereas this match, I'm just like, all right, what's the next move? What's the next move? Nobody's selling. What's the next move? Nobody's selling. What's the next? So it is what it is. But I ain't going to harp on it too much. Death Triangle won. Obviously, phenomenal finish. Did a flip.
Yeah.
Everything was so staged, though. Pac had to wait for. I don't want to keep harping on it. Pac had to wait like 3 minutes for them to set up so he could do his flip. And I mean, the finish was really good. I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot going on, though. If you like flippy dudes, go watch this match for sure. After that, backstage we had.
Hold on, Phil.
Well, no, not okay. Well, this is important. You're right. Because then we got a promo by Pac, and he was talking about, it's very important. I wasn't going to skip it. Pac was cutting the promo saying that, clearly we've been getting all the hints and we know what's happening. We've been hearing all the chatter. We know who's coming back. He wasn't saying who it was, though. And, he was like, yeah, we stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. He didn't say that, but for the most part, that's what he said for the most part. You know what I mean? He's like, bitch, whoever it is, you know what I mean? We strapped up. You know what I mean? Play with yourself if you want to. You know what I mean?
He clearly knew who it was.
Yeah, he knew who it was.
He's like, y'all think we're stupid.
Yeah.
I cannot do his accent.
Yeah.
But he was like, some people think they're about to come back, make a comeback and on us or whatever. But little did y'all know, we've been waiting for y'all.
We're waiting for y'all. So yeah, it was a really good promo. And then right after the promo, that's when we saw the Jumbotron and they flashed the picture, the match card with the Death Triangle, and then we saw officially their opponents named the Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are officially returning at Full Gear to face off for the Trios Championships against Death Triangle. And then Pac was like, oh, well, look, now we got some clarity. We got some, we know what's going on, and we'll see you guys on Saturday or whatever. So what do you think about, I don't want you to give away your prediction yet. I know that's coming in a minute. But what do you think about this match happening?
I'm mad it happened the way it did, but I'm just happy to see the Elite to be back, to be perfectly honest. And why not come back and have a crazy ass match with these niggas for the first match? And it gotta be like a crazy ass match.
Oh, this shit.
Dude,
like, these niggas ain't wrestled in like 4 months. Nuts. They ready.
So, man, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these niggas is rested, bro. Like,
yeah, they ready.
Come on, so,
Kenny's got to take more time off. You know, he was just coming back from injury anyway, so now he's really rested and ready to go. So he should be spry and feeling good.
Because once they get back, the Trios division is gonna go somewhere, and I think it's gonna go somewhere immediately after. I think it's gonna go somewhere. I think it's gonna go somewhere immediately after that.
You think they're gonna drop the belts anytime soon? What trios are they gonna get over by putting those having them beat the Elite?
You seen who been? I don't know who gonna beat them, but it's gonna be a fucking instant feud because you seen whose vignettes they've been having.
Oh yeah. I take it back. You're right. Now, okay, you're right. You're right.
You feel me?
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good if they actually do it properly. You know what I mean? And that is the next feud. If they win, they're gonna win. But if they win the belts from Death Triangle and they bring Alistair or Malachi and Brody and Buddy back, then I think that's the feud. It's just gotta go
versus fake Kenny.
Yeah. Kenny, why you say fake Kenny?
Buddy Matthews.
He's fake Kenny.
I'm not saying he's fake Kenny. He idolizes Kenny Omega. That's why he does.
I mean, now that you're saying that, he does kind of remind me of Kenny Omega, his wrestling style.
Yeah, bro. What?
His wrestling style really reminds me of Kenny. I never even put 2 and 2 together. I never knew he idolized Kenny Omega, but now that makes perfect sense, actually.
This is like a dream. This is like a dream feud for the
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'm sure we'll get every iteration of that. Trios and singles matches, at least we fucking better. I better get Malachi.
Nick Jackson and Malachi, nigga.
Yeah, we got to get those. I want Kenny Omega and Malachi. Yeah, that's the one I want to see. I want to see Brody King versus, fucking Kenny Omega or one of the Jackson brothers. I want to see Brody and Buddy versus the Young Bucks. Like, there's so much they could do. Just give me that for the next 2 pay-per-views. You know what I mean? It's like after Full Gear, that's a 6-month feud if Tony does it right. You know what I mean? But we all know that's left up to questions these days. We don't know if he's actually gonna book things properly. But the Elite are on their way back. After that, we got a backstage promo with Lance Archer talking about why he killed Ricky Starks last week.
It was Starks.
Yeah, it was Starks.
Talk about how he got his ass whooped.
How he got his ass whooped. Yeah. And he's going up against Archer on Rampage this Friday. Yeah. So in the semifinals of the eliminator tournament or whatever. Then we got all Ethan Ego Page in a semifinals eliminator match going up against Bandito, the newly signed Bandito. Ethan came out with Stokely Hathaway. They cut a kind of funny promo. It wasn't funny. It was just a promo. That might have happened after the match. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But the match was okay. It was what it was. Bandito looked phenomenal. Like, he's a great wrestler.
Bandito is crazy.
Dude is ridiculous. There was one spot where he got on top of the ring post and did a flip that was just stuff like that. Again, a little too staged because it took him so long to get up there. It's like Ethan should be on the other side of the arena by now. Why is he just standing there waiting on dude to jump on him? I don't understand. doesn't make any sense. No logical person who's watching this and never seen wrestling is going to be like,
he did a one-handed gorilla press slam on
that
this
shit
big
was
ass
nuts.
nigga, bro.
That shit was nuts. I think that's the second time he's done that, if I'm not mistaken. He's strong as fuck. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's strong
that
as
dude's
fuck,
strong
bro.
as fuck, and he don't even look. He just look regular, but he's strong as hell. Ethan Page did win with the Ego's Edge to win the match. It was a really good match between these two, but that's what you expect between Ethan and Bandito at this point. It's crazy how Bandito's getting more wrestling TV time than a lot of people already, and I wonder how long that's gonna last. But we have an AEW interim Women's World Championship eliminator. I don't even know what that really means. It's basically a championship contenders match. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They just stole the idea from WWE and gave it.
They've been doing it. They've been doing this shit since AEW started.
Like have they really? So they were doing the stupid shit before?
Since like I'll say like a good. When did I'm not good. They definitely started it around the same time WWE started that shit.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I hate the idea of someone having to beat the champion to get a shot at the champion anyway. It's just kind of giving away the match, and that could be a part of the feud, anyway. So never makes any sense to me. But Anna JAS was going up against Toni Storm. No one believed.
And it was supposed to be the bunny, but something happened. I think she got sick or something.
Oh, that sucks. Get well soon, bunny. Yeah, and Toni Storm, if you don't know, we didn't talk about this on the news with Phz, but Toni Storm actually really just wants Thunder Rosa to be stripped of the title at this point. She's like, she needs to come to work and have a match. If the injury is that bad, they just need to strip her of the title so I could be the champion and not the interim champion. And I, for one, 1,000% agree with her. I think what Thunder Rosa did was stupid, or not stupid. I think it was foul. And what Tony Khan did was stupid by naming someone else an interim champion. We need to get rid of that whole interim thing in AEW ASAP. Stop trying not to hurt people's feelings because they get injured and lose the title. Like, they get injured. They can't defend the belt. So strip them of the belt and move the fuck on and put them back in a storyline when they get healthy.
Vacate.
Just vacate. Like, vacate is a 20,000 times world champion.
WWE, they vacating that shit ASAP.
Nigga, vacant is literally a 30-time world champion. Don't nobody care, nigga. He's actually, the all-time leader in championships. Not Ric Flair, It is vacant, So vacant can get another title run, until you do a tournament or whatever you got to do to crown a new champion. But all that interim shit is just killing the feuds, man. Jon Moxley was an interim champion, and that was a mess. Like, it's just not a good look, man. Bro, it's not a good look.
This is pro wrestling, bro.
It's scripted. It's not real.
This ain't boxing.
Thank you. Thank you.
This ain't UFC, bro.
Number one of all the points that anyone can make, it's scripted. What the fuck do you need an interim for? Unless that's part of a story, long-term booking story that you plan to tell, there's no reason to do it otherwise. Otherwise, you're just holding up the stories you could be telling by having a actual champion. Now you gotta, as soon as that person gets healthy, you gotta interject them into whatever feud, even though it don't make no sense. Or even if you might have something hotter going on, they're not the actual champion, they're the interim champ. That shit would blow me too, especially Toni Storm. She having this long ass title run, and it's not even a real title run. You know what I mean? And then how long they gotta keep the belt on her after, she actually beats Thunder Rosa. They got to give her another few months with the belt so she could just be the champion. And, it's just, it convolutes everything and holds everybody back.
Yeah, bro, this shit is whack to me because the run that she's having with this shit is pretty all right. And she got to have an interim, like,
it's all right. It's all right. It could be better.
Yeah, shit. Like, no, the stories could be better, but I think her matches is dope.
She's a good wrestler. That's without no question. After she's using the cloverleaf, which is one of my top 5 favorite submissions in pro wrestling history.
Me too.
Loved it. Dean Malenko. You know what I mean? I love anybody's Sheamus. Yeah, I love the cloverleaf. Better than the sharpshooter, Subi. But Jamie Hayter's music hit after that, and she stormed to the ring, how she does on her entrance, and just did a face-off for some pictures. You know how that go. Up next, we had the main event. Was there any promos before the main event?
We had Jamie Hayter just came out after the match.
Then we went to the main event,
and it was face off.
So we had Jon Moxley coming out with William Regal, and they came out to talk their shit and sell the fight. And Jon Moxley came out and talked a bunch of shit. He said, "I am Jon Moxley, and I am the AEW World Champion." They say the championship doesn't make the man makes the championship. So who exactly is Jon Moxley? And this is where he just goes into Jon Moxley-isms. Like, that's what I just call him at this point. They're Jon Moxley-isms. Talking about
this particular night, it just wasn't. It wasn't landing, Jon Moxley wasn't hitting as usual, like he usually.
It felt like
does.
He was bored and he was over it, and he just wanted to get to the match.
Bro, he's ready to go on vacation.
Yeah, bro. He's like, I need a break, yo. He's like, y'all keep telling me I get some days off, and then y'all keep calling me into work. Like, it's some bullshit. Yeah, I was supposed to already be on vacation. I'm trying to chill with my wife. Y'all done hired her. Now she can't take a break. Like, what do y'all fucking my life up, Tony? What's going on?
I saw this burnt.
He should be burnt. Like, you see, he's carried this company on his back, man. So, and that's after dealing with all that, man. Had to go away for rehab, bro. Like, you come back and the company's like, yeah, it's all on you. Be like, damn, bro. Like, shit. Yeah, man, ease into it a little bit. Nah, you got to do it or we going to fall apart. You got to be the leader because clearly the man in charge ain't a leader. So it is what it is. But he said everything he had to say. Then he talked about, he asked who is MJF, and he said, what did he say?
He said he did a Pillman, he did a Brian Pillman stunt, and to the worst finish to a ladder match that he ever seen or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody gave him a poker chip.
Then he said that the fans gonna see something special at Full Gear or whatever, and what he does best, and then he's challenging MJF to show his balls at pay-per-view, whatever. Then Stokely Hathaway came down the ramp, and then the Firm all started attacking Jon Moxley and Regal. Then MJF came down and he all right, so
okay, go ahead.
He laid everybody out, but
get him out of here. Get the Firm the fuck out of here. Get him out. Get him out of here. I just stole.
Is he still? But he might still be working with these niggas.
I mean, if he could beat them 1-on-5, they had to let him do it, or just get him the fuck out of here. They're useless. That's what I'm saying. What are you doing? Like, he just beat up 5 dudes, including W. Morrissey, who's a giant. Like, all of them just gone. He punched one of the Gunn brothers and he was dead. Like, the match, it's over. Like, Lord forbid those guys have a match. It's gonna last 3 seconds. Like what's happening?
Like, what if they having disagreements, but they still tied together by like money or like
I mean, he did technically say he technically said he fired him. Remember, he fired them a couple weeks ago. But
that's true.
I mean, it could be a ruse. It could all be a ruse. I don't know. I feel like MJF is still a super heel. This is all like smoke and mirrors with him helping John, and he keeps giving us reasons like he don't want Jon Moxley's fans to have any excuses when he beats him, which makes perfect sense and all that shit. So it's still a little convoluted. I don't know if he's trying to be babyface or if he's trying to be heel. As long as he's calling himself the devil, he's a heel to me. So
he's basically saying fucking shit from the pipe bomb promo.
Yeah,
saying some of the same shit.
Yeah, when he came out, what was the first line he dropped?
Hold on.
You're laying there in a ton of pain. You're laying there, hopefully in a lot of pain. If you remember, that's what CM Punk
he
said
to John Cena. Yeah. So You know what I mean? MJF was just great at being a fucking wrestler, bro.
It picked
Like
up a
that.
little bit. The promos picked up a little bit when he came out. Obviously, he's really good on the mic,
Yeah, you know
but
what I'm saying?
it was still a little confusing because you don't know if you're supposed to cheer this guy or boo him. Like honestly, like no, I don't fucking know. Am I supposed to cheer him or boo him? And then after the
That's
show
on
goes
you.
off the air, I mean, I guess, but it's not good for wrestling storylines. It's not good for. They're supposed to. The best wrestling stories have a baby face in the heel, somebody you want to see lose and somebody you want to see win. This match doesn't have one of those. It doesn't have someone you want to see lose at all. No, Jon Moxley's the hottest wrestler, one of the hottest wrestlers in professional wrestling. Everybody loves him. He carried the company on his back. He's a leader in the locker room. Like no one, everybody knows he deserves to be the champion. But MJF is super hot right now. But he's supposed to be the bad guy. But Moxley is also kind of. He's not a bad guy, but he's just the I don't give a fuck guy. He's more like a Stone Cold, you know what I mean, before he turned heel. So I don't know, it's just a little convoluted. Obviously, everybody thinks this is MJF's crowning moment, so I'm sure you guys will talk about that in predictions, but I don't know, man. I don't know. This wasn't the proper build for a pay-per-view, if you ask me. We didn't talk about Dynamite's ratings.
It wasn't the greatest end to
Dynamite had
the whole
120,000
show.
viewers or something like that this past week, and that was
You said what?
They had 820,000 viewers on Dynamite, and that was over 100,000 less than they had the previous week, which isn't a good sign for the pay-per-view buy rates, if you ask me. And they can't blame nobody but themselves. It looked like they were going to recover after all the bullshit. They put on a couple great Dynamites, and then it kind of just same thing, you know, that happened with WWE when Triple H took over. It was fire. All the shows was good for like 2-3 weeks. Then it just felt like same old start happening. It's like, what's going on here? So hopefully, like I put on a thumbnail, hopefully the pay-per-view is better than the last couple episodes of Dynamite, and we just get some great wrestling matches because the stories haven't been the best, in my humble opinion. That is the blunt ratings for AEW Dynamite. Overall, I would have gave the matches on the show 4 blunts. A little stuntastic, but still some great wrestling on the show. Promos and backstage segments. I also gave I gave 3.5 blunts. Storytelling,
3.5.
Storytelling. I gave 2.5 blunts.
Yeah.
Commentary. I gave 4.25 blunts because fucking Taz and Tony Schiavone arguing on commentary was hilarious all night.
Taz is
gold. He's gold.
That is the greatest to
Should
me
do
right
commentary
now,
on every show. Just like a real nigga on commentary, man.
Yo, he's so funny, bro. I love Taz, bro. He's funny and mad insightful also.
But Tony Schiavone plays off of him so well, like them going back, like they play out because Tony's so sarcastic and loose with it. Like he'll say, like it was like he was trying to get him, or Taz was like trying to make a point on about something, and he was like, and nobody said anything. He was like, "Oh, thanks for elaborating on my point, guys." And then when they came back from commercial, Tony started saying some shit. He was like, "Oh, I was just elaborating on that great point you made." I was like, "Yo, they stupid." I was like, "This is actually entertainment on kind of commentary." It reminded me of Byron Saxton and Corey Graves. I missed that, honestly. I didn't know how much I would miss Corey Graves and Byron Saxton's interactions, but I do. Please get Kevin Patrick off my TV. Anyways, different show. But yeah, and the crowd was trash again.
2.
Crowd got 2 blunts. How did you know? It
had to be.
The crowds are broken. I almost did a separate video, like our wrestling crowds killing the shows.
It's Connecticut.
But no, it was PA. It was somewhere in Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago when the shit was literally sounded like they was in Daly's place.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah, it wasn't Philly. It was outside of Philly. It was like someplace outside. Yeah, it wasn't Philly. Philly, a wrestling town. Philly ain't going out like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like somewhere.
It wasn't Philly, bro?
Nah, it was like because somebody said Philly, and I was like, I think you see it.
I thought it was weird.
It was like in some weird town outside of Philly, in Pennsylvania. But I guess they just say Philly because it was close. But yeah, that town and wherever they were at last night should never get wrestling shows again. It was terrible. A couple of WWE crowds lately have been trash. I'm like, the crowds are hurting the shows. Like, who would have thought we'd be saying that after the fucking pandemic, empty arena era? You know what I mean? Like, that's not good. But that's it for the blunt ratings tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to get ready for these full gear predictions. I'm going to bring the homie Supahigh, or the homie, who I keep mixing y'all names up. I smoke too much weed, man. I'm going to bring the homie Trav in, or the homie Phz-sicks in real quick. Hold on, let me make sure I got the scene up. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Hold on, let me get you out of there, because I'm going to be in the middle, so I'm going to be reading the matches off. Let me boom, 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 boom. All right, fellas.
Can I say something real quick?
What's going on? What's cracking?
All right, I want to say.
All right.
Getting my shot correctly.
Okay.
All right. Move this right here.
All right.
All right. With a Rolex on my wrist.
Okay, here we go.
Diamonds on my neck.
All right.
The fear is near. And when I put this diamond ring on, the champ is here.
All right. I respect the
Play
ring.
no pause.
I respect the ring.
Ring.
You got it right now. I just feel
Phz-sicks is our current Wild Nation predictions champion. He took me down by one match last time. It's all good. It's all good. I will be back, but he is facing off against the number one contender, Supahigh Travis Sly, the AEW genius, the AEW shill, as I'm sure a lot of you will be calling him in the future. The more people watch this. So, Phz-sicks, you got a little competition, man. See, he know AEW better than me, so I'm expecting this to be a tight battle between the two of you. You know what I mean?
I mean, what's a lion to a puppy? We'll see.
Okay. He's calling you a puppy
listen,
now.
man,
Okay. It's getting disrespectful in here.
The people's champ is here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's go. I'm going to run
The
down the
corporate
match
champ
card.
is here. Shout out to capitalism, y'all. Corporate champ is here.
Shout out to capitalism.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What? What are we doing here? Oh, let me get my notepad.
The fix is in.
I forgot to pull it out.
Trav screw Trav.
Oh, man. Pause.
Okay.
All right, so y'all know how this works. I'm going to run the matches down. Championship matches are worth 2 points. The main event of the night, which I assume is going to be Moxley and MJF, obviously will be worth 3 points. All non-title matches worth 1 point. So, you fellas ready? I'm going to read off the matches. Going to go back and forth on the picks, who goes first. So, let's get it popping, man. I don't know what's on the pre-show,
Oh, we're not gonna do the pre-show.
We're not doing. So it was just that one match. Okay, cool. So no pre-show. Let's start off with the AEW TNT Championship match. A lot of title matches on the show. We got Wardlow going up against Samoa Joe, going up against Powerhouse Hobbs. Supahigh. Who you got in this match?
My heart is going with Willis Hobbington, but I don't think Samoa Joe is gonna win it, because how much is Samoa Joe gonna be there? Really, Powerhouse Hobbs just look like he's been built for the TNT title. I don't like the way Phz is looking right now.
He just started, man. You nervous already?
Phz look like he's looking like this dummy.
It was the promo that did it. You shook him up. Look at that Phz.
I'm going with Will Hobbs, bro.
Okay.
Fuck that, bro. Like he deserves it right now.
I want Hobbs to win.
Down the line.
Phz, who you got?
We shooting Calvin, we shooting Hobbs. Ain't no games, no comics being played right now. I'm gonna say that Samoa Joe is gonna be in there. He's gonna be leading them. But Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow are gonna put on a show that's gonna make both of them look good. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be Wardlow with the victory.
All right. Wardlow with the dub, says Phz-sicks. All right, let's go to our next match, which is let's do I want to save that one for later. Let's do Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in a steel cage match. Phz-sicks, who you got?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of crazy bumps that Jack is going to be taking.
True.
He's going to get whooped. He's going to get beat down all over the ring, thrown into the still a bunch of times, but he's still going to come out on top. He's going to show his moxie, no John, and come out with the victory.
Indeed. Good shout. Good shout. All right. Trav, who you got? Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus.
Yeah, I got Jungle Boy too, bro. Like Luchasaurus won at the last pay-per-view or whatever, and it's been going on since. So Jungle Boy got to get this win for like when Christian Cage gets healthy and they can finally have you know what I'm saying?
Facts. All right, moving on to the next match. Let's go with Sting and Darby Allin, the OG and the young boy, going up against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, the OG and the not so young boy. It's Ring of Honor bullshit. Trav, who you got?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Last time I thought Jeff Jarrett was gonna lose a match, he won that shit. Also,
is that the Ric Flair shit?
Also, like why type shit. I
got a lot of pull in the industry.
Like, yeah, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, but Darby and Sting is like undefeated, bro. Look at the waves as I look down. Because they're crazy. Yeah, like I'm good. Yeah, I'm going. I'm Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Fuck that
shit. All right.
Fuck that.
I think it's time to pull the trigger on Sting versus Darby Allin. I see Sting turning on Darby Allin. And I'm going with Jay Lethal and Double J,
right now?
J-E, double F, J-A, double R, E, double T.
This shit is y'all fault now. I'm blaming y'all.
Slap nuts.
It's y'all fucking fault that I got to watch Ring of Honor for
slap
an
nuts.
hour. For a whole hour on AEW Dynamite. It literally takes up an hour of the... Jericho was on the show for 25, 30 minutes. Then we got Samoa Joe and some... It's literally Ring of Honor for an hour in AEW for some bullshit, and it's y'all fault. I'm blaming y'all. Y'all keep wanting them to win. It's y'all. I'm putting it all on y'all. All right.
It's going to be Ring of Honor versus AEW. They're setting it up.
So terrible. All right. So let's go with the match that we think it's probably going to happen. It's going to be Ethan Page going up against either Ricky Starks or...
that's not happening. That's not happening on the pay-per-view.
Oh, no, that's the pre-show. That's the pre-show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tripping. Yeah, so we won't...
No, that's not the pre-show. That's not happening until the following Dynamite in Chicago.
Card? I don't know why this is listed on the card.
I updated that in the news. You weren't paying attention.
I was, and you definitely just said that. My bad, bro. So, let's go with Chris Jericho, the Ring of Honor World Champion, going up against Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli and Sammy Guevara. And they're all fighting for the Ring of Honor Championship, unfortunately, on the AEW pay-per-view. But who you got, Phz-sicks?
Who that is? That's Bryan Danielson. Who that is? That's Bryan Danielson. Who that is? That's Bryan Danielson. If you get the BD joke, you get it. But no, I'm going with Bryan Danielson for that victory. I mean, it's between him and Chris Jericho as far as who's going to win. But you got to eventually put a belt on that man. So, put the belt on Bryan Danielson.
And it was Baby Daddy if nobody got the joke. I was just feel like I cleared that up for all the people who it went over. So
shout out to all the people of color out there.
Everybody don't know that record. They don't know that. They don't know that. It's just my man. Everybody don't know that joke. All right, Fizz, who you got? Trav, who you got?
Stop that.
I know, man. Shit. It's our first show with 3 people. I gotta give me a break.
Before Wednesday, I thought it was gonna be Claudio winning it back, but now since he got the win on the victory on Wednesday, I think it may be Chris Jericho's retaining. And that is my final answer because I don't know where the fuck this Ring of Honor shit is going to.
Hey, you might have got this one. You might have got this one.
Yeah, who
I'm
fucking?
gonna give you one so you can feel like
Bro.
you're close.
See, here we go.
And then I'm
Here we
gonna
go.
snatch it right back.
Brian Danielson makes sense also, though, bro. So
It does. That makes it's actually a really good pick. I would love to see Brian win his belt. Maybe I'll care. No, I won't. But you know, anything's possible, I guess. After next matched up, we're gonna go with Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW's Women's Championship. It's what it is. It's the AEW Women's Championship between the number one contender and the champion. So let's move on from Thunder Rosa, please. Who you got in this match, Trav?
Man, I think it's time to give it to Jamie while she's hot so she can have a storyline go with motherfucking Britt Baker being jealous of her winning the motherfucking title afterward. Yeah, and yeah, the fucking crowd loves Jamie Hayter. It makes sense to me, but that's my final answer. But yeah, that's my final answer.
All right. Final answer. Jamie Hayter. Fizz, who you got?
Hot damn hoe, here we go again. Like a wrestler, another notch under my belt. The embezzler, chrome treasurer, the UNO competitor. She's 10 steps ahead of you. Toni Quiet Storm.
Let's
That's
go,
what I'm going
Bars.
for.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's the motherfucking man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I if I had to pick, I would definitely pick Toni Storm only because Tony Khan's a fucking idiot. How you gonna change the title? It's an interim title. Would you just gonna keep making interim champions? Is interim title reigns? Nigga, it's stupid. This is the point. This is why it's dumb. It fucks up storylines. So can we please get rid of the fucking interim title? Fucking shit. It's so annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Let's go with Jade Cargill versus Nyla the Beast Rose for the AEW Women's TBS Championship. That's not how that goes. It's just the AEW TBS Championship. Trav, who you got? No, Phz-sicks. This on you. Who you got?
I mean,
Jay Cargill.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we need to take a lot of time on this? Cool. Jay. Cool. No one believes. Yeah, good call. So moving on. It'd be funny if Nyla Rose actually won, but she's not going to, clearly. All right, so let's go to a tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championships between the frenemies, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Swerve in our glory, and they be going up against the hottest tag team in the game right now, if you ask me, the Acclaimed, because everyone loves scissoring. All right, Trav, who you got in this match?
This is tough for me to call because I know FTR is the next contenders up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really see FTR and the Acclaim having a babyface versus babyface feud. But then again, FTR is about to be back and forth to Japan. So realistically, when are they going to get this shot in the first place? So I say, so I'm gonna say that this is where Keith Lee and Swerve split and the Acclaim retain their titles.
All right. I'm not mad at that pick. Crazy how you got there. All right.
Yeah, that was a Lalo pick right there.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Lalo at one point.
You got there. You got there, though. You got there. I felt you. I felt your pain. Sometimes you got to tell the story back in your head so you get, you know what I mean? You get there. You know what I mean? Eventually. Fizz, who you got?
I think I'm gonna go the opposite. I really feel like we might get some retaining champion. Psych, that right there is called a swerve. I'm going for the Acclaim.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck?
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, I would pick the Acclaim too if I had to choose. Can't take those titles off of them yet. And they're telling the story. Keith Lee and Swerve got to break up. I want to see that. I want to see what happens. I want to see Rick Ross come back and manage Swerve and say accusations, false accusations. I just want to see that happen.
Biggest.
Right. I just want to see it again. I want Rick Ross back in AEW. I'm sorry. All right. So next up, we got both of y'all guys going for the Acclaim. Next up, we got the Trios Championship match. We have Death Triangle, who are basically the interim Trios champions, going up against the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, returning from suspension and injury in Kenny's case. And yeah, this match should be a banger. But Trav, who do you have winning? No, Fizz, who you got winning? It's on you. Fizz, who you got winning?
In the words of Matt Hardy, the Elite. I'm going with the Elite. Yeah.
Word. All right, we got one for the Elite. Trav, who you got?
Definitely going with the Elite, and I think that the House of Black is gonna come out of the dark right after the match is over.
That'd be fire. We definitely got to get a House of Black appearance. I would think. All right, so 2 for the Elite. I think that's the unfortunately, that's the right pick. I think that the Elite should lose. I think that Death Triangle should cause them, or
House of Black
should cause them the Trios championships,
cool
and that's how they start the feud. Just because I don't want, like, Pac just lost the title. He already lost the North Atlantic. I just don't want to see them take the belts off of them so fast. They just got them shits, man. It's like they lose on Saturday. We're clearly placeholders, and it just makes them look bad at the end of the day. And they're 3 of the best wrestlers in the company, and they've been there since day one. You know what I mean? So I know the Elite been there since day 0, but you get my point. All right, so you guys ready to predict the final match of the night? We have the AEW.
I feel like did we do the 2 women that are wrestling?
Yeah, we did Storm and Hayter, and we did Cargill and Rose. What else
there's other 2 women wrestling.
We missing. Yeah.
There's a dentist and a person returning from
shit,
5 years.
Why the fuck isn't that on here? That's not even on this match card. I'm sorry, guys. There's definitely a major match that's happening for some reason. It's not.
Yeah, you gotta check the Wikipedia. That's why.
That's what y'all be checking. Yeah, I'm looking at some random website with the match card, and they don't have that match on here for some fucking reason. But they got the pre-show match. Okay. But yeah, we got Saraya going up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Travis, is on you.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Britt Baker should win this match, bro. Like,
I heard what I said.
She's been busting her ass. You ain't been doing shit but playing games for 5 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you rusty. Like, come on. I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going with Britt Baker on this, man.
One for the culture. That's what's up.
Waves.
You know what I mean? Let's get it. Fizz, who you got?
Hey guys, Paige here. No, I am going for Britt Baker as well.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to use the whole hasn't wrestled in a while. Britt Baker is still on top of her game. This gets Britt Baker over. This gives Saraya, a good look. As long as she can put on a great match, that's all that matters. And then she can go forward from there. And possibly might be the person that breaks Jade Cargill win streak. So,
wow, that's surprising pick to say the least. But I'm happy you guys picked Britt Baker. I hope she wins as well. Now we cursed her. She's gonna lose now. So now let's get into the main event of the night: Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Phz-sicks, who you got in this match?
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm going for MJF.
No surprises.
Moxley had to come back out of vacation. He's been working overtime. That man needs to go on vacation.
Facts.
This is his send-off match. MJF is winning.
That is a 100% fact. Or as Athena would say, that is a 100. MJF needs to get this title. I think Ethan Page is going to win the tournament, and then that's where it's going to be MJF versus Firm all over again. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Facts. I like it. All right.
MJF versus Ricky Starks.
Let's see.
All that.
I like that. That's it. Yeah, that works for me. That's a great feud. Great promos. Imagine the promos. You know what I mean? MJF and Ricky, that's gonna be crazy. So y'all got, let's see, what matches we picked different. Wardlow and Hobbs, Storm and Hayter, Jericho and Brawl. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, so we got 3 matches we picked different. So the title is basically on the line with Hobbs versus Wardlow, Jericho versus Bryan, and Hayter versus Storm. All 3 of those are title matches. So yeah, 6 points there that could separate you guys and determine the winner of the next predictions battle. So we'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll be live streaming, obviously. Watch along show. Watch along with the pay-per-view. Should be a blast.
You gonna be there, Fizz?
Nah.
Fizz got work to do this weekend. Fizz gonna be busy this weekend. But I will be in the building for sure. Trav, you can hop on if you're gonna be here. Yeah, everybody come through who can, stop through. I'm sure Fizz will jump in the chat if he can at any time, and brag about his
always
winning.
come to gloat. So
yeah, he'll definitely show up if he's winning. You know what I mean? He'll definitely show up. Guarantee that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean?
Which is crazy.
Right at the end, right when he locks in the win. Hey guys, what's up?
I could be on a plane. I'll be like,
I'm free all of a sudden.
Let me get this this air go real quick to
just to talk shit. Paying $14.99 just to gloat. You know what I mean? Like I gotta let these niggas know why they live. No, but we love it, man. Those are our predictions for AEW's Full Gear 2022. It should be fun. Wild Nation, let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. I wasn't ignoring y'all. I just had to get through this show. We had a lot to cover today. Let's see. We got Grusser here. Who's Rod Davies Hall? Appreciate you stopping through, my guy. Looks like a new viewer. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining Wild Nation. You know what it is. Jungle Boy gets his win back, says Gruss. All right, Hobbs will win the title thanks to Samoa Joe. Wardlow and Joe will feud for the ROH title. Oh, God, I don't want to see how you going to have an ROH TV title with no ROH TV show. It makes me so angry. Let's see. Jericho is the new face of her. I see so much Ring of Honor in this chat. I just want to burn my computer right now. Storm will retain the interim championship. Interim and ROH needs to be, those terms need to be removed from the AEW lexicon. Just interim and ROH. I don't want to hear them no more. I'm sorry. Jade or we riot. Shit. Okay. All right. Don't riot. I love Jade too though. DMD goes Super Hill? Really? You think so, Gruss? I think she might I think Paige has a better chance of going Hill. Honestly. I think the honeymoon is already over with her. It's like she came out and said too much dumb shit. So I feel like people just like, we're over it. We want Britt. We want Britt. Plus, Britt made so many good points while Saraya made a bunch of not so good points. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did a double turn. The old classic Britt Austin double turn. It could work. Remember Swerve one-on with True. The Elite is going to lose thanks to the House of Black. Hey, Gruss. Hey, we're on the same page, Gruss. I agree. That's what I want to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. CM Page for the win. That's petty. CM Page. MJF will win with the help of William Regal and the Firm. You think Regal's going to turn heel?
That's Gruss? A possibility.
Y'all think that might?
He's been giving them type of vibes.
Yeah, he has, and he's kind of, they already got a history, and he could be like, hey, this is the culmination. I turned you down back in the day, but now I'm with you. It could definitely work. Gus said, "Get your grape ginger ale. I need to go find me some. I still ain't
I
seen
was,
that shit in the
it's a
grocery
great
store.
idea, bro.
Still ain't found that shit." Tony Khan's version of the corporation.
Great shit.
That could work, but I don't need to see Tony on TV. Tony can't be a part of it. He's not Shane McMahon or Vince McMahon. He's not. I don't want to see Tony Khan at all.
You don't want to see bug eyes the whole time?
Nah. I don't need to see somebody look like they just did 4 rails.
You want to see a meerkat?
Cocaine.
Meerkat Manor?
My son voice be hoarse like a motherfucker.
Man, and be a hypest horse and they look like he just finished doing a concert. Like, bro, why are your eyes bugging out your head, my G? Like, what's wrong, man? Cocaine's a powerful drug, man. We just leave that shit alone. But that's that rich people stuff. Yeah, Wild Nation, you already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with us as usual, all the time, every time. We're gonna do the SmackDown blunt ratings on Monday as we normally been doing, but we will be live, like I said, doing the Full Gear watch along on Saturday, and then we'll be right back on Monday morning. I'll be right back on Monday morning, locked in with you guys to talk about Full Gear and SmackDown, and then me and Phz-sicks will be back on Tuesday to catch you up on everything in the pro wrestling world and talk about Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, unless something crazy goes on in my life, which is these days a very big possibility, the schedule will be locked in for next week. And we'll be live 3-4 times a week like we normally are. Appreciate you guys for locking in with us and being patient with the schedule. Thursdays are going to be late streams like these. Me and Trav going to be doing the streams when Trav get off work around 6:30. Around this time before the football games, let you guys get to the Thursday night football. So appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you, Supahigh. Thank you, Phz-sicks, and good luck to you both in the predictions battle. We'll see who comes out on top on Saturday. Until the next one, Wild Nation, appreciate you guys. Deuces.